The movie begins in ancient China, where Emperor Khan rules a vast empire. His little daughter, Princess Turandot, trips on a tear in the grand carpet that represents the kingdom's map. The whole symbolizes Malvia, a small land the empire has yet to conquer. Taking it as a sign, Khan sends General Boyan to claim it. In Malvia, the royal family guards 3 sacred bracelets said to grant godlike power, but whoever wears all 3 will be cursed for life. When Boyan invades, his soldiers slaughter the royal family and take the bracelets as spoils of war. Years later, during Turandot's birthday celebration, the bracelets arrive as a gift. The princess slips them on playfully, but when her father clasps the 3rd one onto her arm, the curse awakens. The bracelets tighten, glowing red hot, and Turandot screams in agony. Her vision fades, color drains from her eyes, and when she looks at her father, she sees a skeleton. The royal priest reveals the horrifying truth. The curse can only be broken by a future suitor who solves 3 deadly riddles. But failure means death. Meanwhile, in another land, a boy named Caliph, the lost prince of Malvia, is rescued by Master Zhou, who renames him Blue Eyes and hides him away. Years pass, and Blue Eyes grows into a curious young man, fascinated by fireworks. He trains under Zhou alongside his adoptive sister, Liuer, unaware of his royal blood. One day, while exploring forbidden mines, Blue Eyes and Liuer accidentally emerge through a secret tunnel into the palace gardens of Princess Turandot herself. At that very moment, Turandot is training with General Boyan. She moves with unnatural speed, a gift or curse from the bracelets. When Boyan provokes her, she strikes back recklessly, and the fight turns dangerous. Seeing Boyan grab her arm, Blue Eyes leaps to defend her, and an intense duel erupts. Their swords clash in a stunning dance of skill until Boyan overpowers him. But when he tries to kill the boy, Turandot blocks the blow with her bracelets, shattering Boyan's sword. Intrigued by his courage, Turandot spares Blue Eyes and demands he train beside her. Days turn into weeks. Despite her coldness, Turandot begins to soften around him. But when Blue Eyes accidentally touches her bracelets, flashes of his forgotten past, fire, screams, destruction, surge through his mind. Meanwhile, Boyan seeks forbidden power. The high priest performs a ritual to coat him in gold, but it fails. The priest hints that marrying Turandot might bind him to the curse's magic instead. One moonlit night, Blue Eyes sneaks into Turandot's room, only to find her writhing in pain as the bracelets dig into her skin. He frees her, but the curse takes hold. She sees him as a skeleton and attacks with threads of glowing silk. Blue Eyes refuses to fight back. His calm voice reaches her heart, snapping her out of the trance. But furious at his disobedience, she banishes him from her chambers. Time passes. Turandot becomes a legend, a cursed beauty who kills any man who fails her riddles. Then comes Prince Uthong, a suitor from another kingdom. Blue Eyes, now serving as a royal guard, saves the prince's life during a festival and earns his friendship. But when Uthong challenges Turandot, he tries to kill her in vengeance for his brother, who died attempting her riddles. She captures him effortlessly, and Emperor Khan declares that Uthong must face the riddles properly. His fate will decide peace or death. As the ceremony begins, Blue Eyes feels drawn to the challenge. Visions flash through his mind. The fall of Malvia, his mother's scream. When he sees the bracelets glint, something awakens inside him. He steps forward and asks to answer the riddles in Uthong's place. The crowd gasps. Turandot delivers the first riddle. What is born of darkness and dies at dawn? Blue Eyes closes his eyes. In his memories, he sees light breaking through the fire, the hope his parents clung to before death. He whispers, "Hope." The sky erupts in fireworks. One bracelet cracks. He has answered correctly. But Boyan secretly steals a shard of the broken bracelet, his hunger for power growing. The next day, under a stormy sky, Turandot gives the second riddle. Women are beautiful for it. Men are unsettled by it, yet they die together when it turns to ice. Blue Eyes bleeds and trembles. Images of his cursed father fill his mind. Rage, grief, and blood binding them together. Suddenly he understands. "Blood!" he cries. Another bracelet shatters, but Boyan's soldiers suppress the fireworks to hide it. They attack the servants, and chaos erupts. Zhou fights to protect Blue Eyes, revealing himself as Boyan's long-lost brother. Turandot senses the truth through the bond of the curse and unleashes her power, destroying Boyan's men and igniting the final firework. Blue Eyes has answered correctly again. That night, he finally remembers everything. His true name, Prince Caliph, heir to Malvia. He vows to leave, but destiny intervenes once more. As he and Liuer attempt to flee, Boyan's army ambushes them. Turandot arrives in a blaze of fury, cutting down soldiers like a storm. But when Blue Eyes challenges her to a duel, she whispers the final riddle. It can give you freedom or enslave you. You melt the ice, but it brings more cold. They fight fiercely, and in one tragic strike, Turandot's blade pierces his chest. As Blue Eyes collapses, he whispers her name. Turandot gasps. Her name is the answer. The final bracelet explodes into light, freeing her. For the first time, she sees the colors of the world return. Blue Eyes miraculously survives, and Turandot vows to marry him. But Boyan, consumed by envy, reforges the cursed shards through the priest's dark ritual, becoming immortal and unstoppable. He slaughters the priest and storms the palace, revealing the truth. It was he who disobeyed the emperor's orders years ago and massacred Malvia to start a war. The palace trembles as he attacks, his golden skin impervious to weapons. The emperor's meteor sword shatters against him. Desperate, Turandot, Blue Eyes, and Zoe fight side by side. Boyan kills Zoe in cold blood, then turns his wrath on Turandot. They flee through the tunnels into the mines. Blue Eyes ignites massive fireworks, lighting the cavern with explosions. But Boyan keeps advancing. A statue collapses, crushing him, but he rises again, nearly unscathed. Then in a final desperate act, Turandot slashes him, her blood splattering across his golden skin. It burns him like acid. Realizing her blood is the key, she throws her blood-soaked sword to Blue Eyes. With one last strike, he drives it through Boyan's chest. Flames erupt and the monster finally burns to ash. Turandot falls into his arms, whispering, "Find the secret of the fireworks." Then she dies, her curse finally broken. In the final scene, Blue Eyes, now King Calaf, travels across the land, lighting grand fireworks to bless every city he visits. As the sky fills with color, Turandot's spirit appears beside him, smiling softly. She lights one final firework before fading into the stars. If you were Calaf, would you still fight to save the woman whose curse destroyed your family? Tell me what you'd do in the comments below. And that was The Curse of Turandot 2021, a tale of love, fate, and redemption. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more epic stories right here on Great Animation Recaps.